Right, episode 30 of Speculate to Accumulate. I've not done one of these in a while due to there being no football, and I'm not betting on the Belarusian Premier League. So let's have a go on the Bundesliga, as that is back in Germany this weekend, and do a mixed accumulator on the 6 games that we do have to choose from. I'm not sure if form is anything to go off at this moment in time, and I'm also not sure about the mental state of the players, with there being no crowds and everything, what's going on with the coronavirus and all that. But all the live games are going to be on BT on Saturday afternoon, so at least we have something to watch. And so I just thought I'd knock together a sixfold. Before I do get onto the sixfold, this podcast / video is brought to you by Void Clothing. So if you head over to voidclothingLimited.co.uk, I'll put a link in the description. Get yourself a really comfortable hoodie over there. And also Faded Barbershop. They're not open at the moment, but when they do reopen, they do really good haircuts. So if you are in the Leyland, Lancashire region, go and check out Kane and the boys, and they will sort you out. So it's going to be a mixed accumulator. We're going to have 2 games, results, teams to win, and 4 both teams to score on this one. So the first game, we're going to have Dortmund versus Schalke. We're going to go for a Dortmund win. So it's 2nd versus 6th, with 14 points separating the 2 sides. Dortmund have won 5 of the previous 5 home games, including an impressive 2-1 win against PSG. Schalke have failed to win an away game in the Bundesliga since November, losing 3 and drawing 3 of their previous 6 in the Bundesliga. And Dortmund are unbeaten at home in the Bundesliga this season, which is, again, a really impressive stat. The second game, we're going to go for both teams to score between Augsburg and Wolfsburg. So it's 7th versus 14th, with 9 points separating the 2 sides. Neither side have had a win in the previous 3 games. Augsburg have landed both teams to score in all 5 of the previous 5 home games. Wolfsburg have landed 4 of the previous 5 away games with both teams to score. And the previous 2 meetings between the 2 sides did see both teams scoring. Some of these team names I may get slightly wrong, so if you are a German viewer, then I do apologise. The next fixture we're going to go to, so the third selection is going to be again both teams to score in the game between Dusseldorf and Paderborn. It's 16th versus 18th in a relegation fodder game, really, both in the bottom 3. Both sides have landed both teams to score in 4 of the previous 5 games. Both sides have also conceded over 100 goals between them in the 25 games they have played in the Bundesliga this season. 50 conceded for Dusseldorf and 54 conceded for Paderborn. 6 points separate the 2 sides, but they've both been as poor as each other really this season. So I do expect some goals. The fourth selection, we're going to go for a Leipzig win versus Freiburg. It's 3rd versus 8th, with 14 points separating the 2 sides, and Leipzig coming off the back of an impressive 3-0 win, in the Champions League, which was against Spurs. Leipzig have the 4th best home record in the Bundesliga this season as well, taking 25 points from the previous 12 home games, which is a really good stat. Leipzig have only lost 1 home game in the Bundesliga this season, which was back in September, which I find really impressive as well. Freiburg have only managed 1 away win in their previous 12 and taken 16 points from 12 away games this season in the Bundesliga. And I do think Timo Werner for Leipzig, the man who is on fire in that league, is going to be the Timo Werner show incoming. The 5th pick, we're going to have both teams to score again. We're going to have Hoffenheim versus Hertha Berlin, both teams to score. So it's 9th versus 13th with 7 points, not 17. 7 points separating the 2 sides. Hoffenheim have landed both teams to score in 4 of the previous 5 home games, and Hertha have landed in 4 of the previous 5 away games. Before the previous game where they got spanked 6-0 at home to Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim landed both teams to score 9 games on the bounce at home, which is a really impressive stat again. Hertha Berlin have failed to score in 2 of the previous 10 away games, again, which is impressive, only failing to score in 2 out of 10. It's going to be a close game, I reckon, with plenty of goals. I think this is the 6th and final selection, is going to be Frankfurt versus Borussia. This is the hard one. Frankfurt versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. Both teams to score. So it's 12th versus 4th. Frankfurt have only failed to score at home in 2 of the previous 14 home games, and one of them was in the Europa League versus Bâle, where they got beat 3-0. Mönchengladbach have landed both teams to score in their previous 3 away fixtures. The previous 3 meetings between these two sides have all landed both teams to score as well, which is good. So this mixed stacker, so we've got 2 games to win. So Leipzig and Dortmund to win. The other 4 fixtures, both teams to score. It's coming out at it was coming out on Thursday at 13-1, but the odds may have fluttered a little bit since then. I'm not sure when the next Speculate to Accumulate will be up, but I hope you've enjoyed this episode. So if you have enjoyed this episode, then hit the subscribe button below. If you are an old subscriber, thanks for coming back for one of these, because I know there's been no football on, so there's no point in me putting a betting show out, betting about, having a bet on a league that I know nothing about, i.e. the Belarusian Premier League. I don't know nothing about it. I'm not saying I'm an expert on the Bundesliga either, but I'm literally just going off form. Form could go out the window because, like I said, the mental state of the players who are playing in these games they might not be all there. The fitness levels might not be all there. That's why I've picked a lot of both teams to score, because I do think there will be goals, and I just can't see Dortmund losing at home when they've not lost at home all season. Or Leipzig losing at home either. That's why I've picked them to win. But there isn't going to be a crowd there, so the home and away advantage might be irrelevant, really. But if you did enjoy this, like I said, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notifications bell so you do get a notification when my next video is uploaded, whether that be one of my podcasts in my Sunny Beach series, or a Speculate to Accumulate, or just a random video that I'm going to upload or whatever. Episode 6 of A Sunny Beach Story is going to be recorded this weekend. It's currently 4:30 on Friday. These games that we're betting on as well for tomorrow, Saturday the 16th, they will kick off at 2. I think there's 4 games at 2 o'clock kickoffs and 2 games at 2:30 kickoff. All games being shown on BT Sports. So it's been a pleasure, lads. Good luck, and lasses, if you are betting, if you're a lady. But yeah, good luck. Hopefully we can land. Peace.